Good evening. Brian is off tonight. It was a brazen act of terrorism on a large scale targeting India's financial capital, the city of Mumbai, formerly Bombay. And tonight the reverberations are being felt around the globe as hostage-taking gunmen targeted Americans, Britons, and the Orthodox Jewish community. Tonight authorities are still trying to confirm the number of dead and injured. The assault began Wednesday in Mumbai as a well-coordinated group of terrorists reportedly arrived by boat and struck at least 10 prominent locations in the city. President Bush has spoken by phone with India's Prime Minister, and Secretary of State Rice has briefed President-elect Obama. NBC's Stephanie Gosk is in Mumbai tonight, and she has the very latest. Stephanie.
David, I'm standing outside of the Oberoi hotel where there have been reports of gunfire behind the hotel in the last 30 minutes or so. There's still an uncertain number of hostages being held inside. It's now the second day of their captivity, and the situation remains fluid, tense, and uncertain. The second day of terror in Mumbai began with gunshots. 31 hours after armed gunmen began attacking sites throughout the city and taking hostages at the Taj and Oberoi hotels. Mumbai remained a city on edge today. After a standoff that lasted through the night, today Indian military commandos moved into the two hotels. Some hostages at both hotels were rescued by the Indian forces. Others got out any way they could. Alex Chamberlain, a British tourist, escaped today and described the horror.
The gunman told us to go up the stairs, and he stopped us after 2 or 3 flights and told everyone to put their hands up and said, "Where are you from? Are there any British or Americans here?" And my friend said, tell them you're Italian or something if they come up to you, So I was there with my hands up just thinking, basically I was in, serious trouble.
Throughout the day, there was plenty of confusion about how many hostages were still being held and how many terrorists were still in the hotels. Government officials say they believe the militants have killed 125 people and injured more than 320. All this chaos caused by terrorists who became better known to the world today in pictures seen on Indian TV, showing young men with backpacks and assault rifles. The Indian Prime Minister addressed the country this afternoon.
I strongly condemn these acts of senseless violence against innocent people, including guests from foreign countries.
Earlier in the day, the gunmen had stormed the headquarters of an ultra-Orthodox Jewish organization. Later, a woman and child were seen being led out of the building by Indian police. It is unclear how many more hostages remain inside. Later in the day, Indian police also brought more hostages out of the Hotel Oberoi. But some hostages remained in the hotels and contacted the outside world any way they could. As the second night of the siege began, fire was still coming from the Hotel Oberoi. But there is still much not known about exactly how many people are trapped inside. Anti-terrorism commandos have a daunting task here. There are multiple battlegrounds, an unknown number of hostages and militants, and it's an unfamiliar fight. Although there's been violence in the city in the past, this is the first time that foreigners have been targeted, and their captors are proving to be both militant and well-armed. David?
Stephanie Gosk tonight in Mumbai. Thanks very much.